Hostile detected. Hostiles guarding location nearby.
If you guys are interested in being a member, then click the join button down below to check out the available perks. The first tier is only $1. Thank you to those of you who choose to join. What's up, Mod Squad? MLB back with another Division 2 build breakdown video. In today's video, I'll be showcasing my control point speedrun build. This is a build that will allow you to complete heroic control points in around 3 to 4 minutes. This build consists of a lot of amplified damage, bonus armor stacking and protection from elites. Perfect for heroic control points. This is also a pretty good build for Legendary Summit, but today we'll be concentrating on heroic control points as it still seems to be one of the most popular ways to farm. Now when you make a build for a specific activity, you have to build around it and the enemies within that activity, and it just so happens that heroic control points are like 85% elite NPCs. And it's because of that today's build has 70% protection from elites. It's that which applies to both you and your skills. This combined with our 1.5 to 2 million plus armor makes us extremely tanky against elite NPCs, allowing us to get right up in the face of our enemies. Paired with this build's insane survivability, we have some ridiculous damage that allows us to melt through heroic elite NPCs in just 30 bullets, hitting over 580k crits to the body, which to me sounds like the perfect combination for a run and gun build that you can use for control points. I've honestly had a lot of fun running this build as it fits my playstyle and allows me to get through the activity really fast. If I was to give any tips for using this build, it would be to always stay aggressive and don't hesitate, because from each kill with this build you gain 15% weapon damage and 40% bonus armor. The more you kill, the stronger you get in both damage and survivability. Before we get into today's build breakdown, don't forget to smash that like button as it really helps push our video into the recommended section, which in turn helps the channel grow. Interaction is a huge part of what helps us in the YouTube algorithm, and the extra support is really appreciated. With that said, let's get into the build breakdown. Right guys, starting off with the specialization, we are using the survivalist, and there's only one reason we're using it, so we gain the extra 10% increased protection from elites. That is literally it. That's the only benefit we really get from this. This specialization is optional. If you feel like you can play with 60% rather than 70%, then totally change up the specialization. The gunner is very nice to use, has a lot of utility, definitely one I'd recommend using. Or you could even go for the technician, which is a great one to use when you're doing the Legendary Summit. That is the specialization, guys, and with that said, let's move on to the build. Starting off with the primary weapon, and we have the Lady Death, one of the hardest, if not the hardest hitting SMG in the game. As you can see, we have 80.2k base damage, which goes up to 100k once you have all the buffs active. We have 900 RPM, 32 in the mag. We have the Breathe Free talent. We gain a lot of amplified damage. As you can see, each round fired consumes a stack of amplified damage by 75%. When we get a kill, we also gain movement speed, 20% movement speed for 10 seconds, which is also very nice for a speedrun build. My secondary is a Marine Super 90 shotgun. I rarely ever pull it out, I don't need to, but it's there just in case. We have close and personal on there, which is killing a target within 7 meters, grants 30% weapon damage for 10 seconds. And I believe it has quite a bit of crit chance on it as well, as you can see at 43%. Getting back to the build, starting off with the first piece of gear, which is our Sokolov mask. We have 170k armor rolled on there with 10.3% critical hit damage, 5.8% critical hit chance, and 12% protection from elites. Now if you guys want these mods, the best place to farm them is in the Legendary Summit. Moving on to our chest piece now, we have a Group Ensemble chest piece giving us 15% critical hit damage. We have 14.2% weapon damage, 9.8% critical hit damage, and 5.7% critical hit chance, 12% protection from elites via a mod. And of course, we have Intimidate, which pairs so nicely with the Lady Death, all that amplified damage, multiplicative damage, while you have bonus armor, amplifies total weapon damage by 35% to enemies within 10 meters. We're going to be right up in the face of all of our enemies, because you want to kill them as quick as possible. Moving on to the holster now, and with our first piece of improvised gear, you can craft these at the crafting bench. Again guys, it's very hard to get the rolls that you want, but once you get them, it's definitely worth it. We have 170k armor, 9.9% critical hit damage, and 6% critical hit chance. And the reason you use improvised gear is because we get the extra mod slot on the holster, knee pads and gloves, so we have 12% protection from elites via that mod. Moving on to our knee pads, we have the Fox Prayer knee pads, so we get the 8% damage tox out cover. That's more multiplicative damage with 170k armor rolled on there. We have 10% critical hit damage. Moving on to gloves, we have improvised gloves with 15% weapon damage, 5.5% critical hit chance, 10.7% critical hit damage, and a mod giving us 12% protection from elites. As you can see guys, we're not max rolls on everything, there's still a lot of room to gain a lot more damage. Of course, we have the Memento backpack. It's just amazing for any run and gun build. 15% weapon damage, 160k armor, 1 skill tier, and then 12% protection from elites. If you guys want to go over the kill confirm talent, feel free to do that. Now moving on to our skills, and the skills are optional. If you're farming just horror at control points with this build, you can use anything from the firefly to the shock trap. You can use a hive, you can use the decoy. It's totally up to you. You can stick with the shield if you want to. You're going to be up in the face of a lot of enemies. You're going to be focus fired, so this shield does help, but it's definitely optional. I will say when you play Legendary Summit, it's probably best to use a shield. Now I'm going to leave you guys with a stat sheet with this build. I'm not going to say anything through it. Don't forget guys to smash that like button because it really helps support the channel. It really helps us grow. You guys killed it with a 500 like challenge on the last one. So let's go for it again. The more likes we get, the more comments, the better. I'll leave you guys with a stat sheet and some gameplay. And with that said, peace out mod squad.
Reinforcements en route.
We've let them get too close. Watch out!
Heavily armored hostile detected.
What the hell now? What the hell is this? No, you don't! What?
Detecting additional hostile contacts.
Hey, don't disturb today! We just... Bring it! Get into it!
I'll hit
Heavily armored hostiles detected.
Thanks for showing up. It really saved us back there. Oh, wait!
Hostile broadcast picked up.
bullseye! Yep. Got you!
hostile detected. Hostiles guarding location nearby.
Keep firing.
CP captured. Good job.
Reinforcements incoming. Incoming hostiles detected.
I hit. Destroy it now. You bastard! You think that makes you tough? You're toast, David! So,
Hostile broadcast detected.
fuck you and...
Heavily armored hostile detected.
Goodbye, agent. Bitch! Shit!
That guy off me!
Hostile broadcast picked up. Supply room access unlocked.